101 comments. How am I supposed to answer all of this? Jen, what have you done to me? There'll be mood swings. Like that. It's like that. Mood swings, the roller coaster. It's that crazy. Hi guys, welcome to meejmuse channel. My name is Will, as you all know. Some of you might not know me as Will, but Grumpy OPPA. Jen is actually unfortunately busy feeding Leo, and yeah, I had to film this video by myself. I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing for Jen, but you know, she asked me to officially take over and hijack her channel for this particular video. So you guys don't have Jen, but you have me instead. So I hopefully I'll be able to deliver what needs to be delivered. Jokes aside. I'm supposed to be going through the questions that you guys raised in Jen's Instagram post and answer those questions and share my view from the husband's and the dad's perspective. So without further ado, why don't we get down to business? 101 comments. Jen, what have you done to me? Thank you. Thank you guys for showing support and leaving 101 comments and questions. I personally would love to answer all of them, but practicality wise, I'll be picking and choosing 7 of them and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. How does that sound? Okay, here is the first question. Yi2Minty posted this question. If you had a second child, after the first experience, what would you do now to prepare yourself? Thank you so much for asking that question. You know what my answer to that would be? Everything. Jen and I would probably do everything differently. Before we had Leo, we had no idea how to be parents. We didn't even know how to hold a baby. I personally did not know how to change baby's nappies, what stroller to buy, what baby clothes to buy, what baby cot to buy, nothing. We didn't even know. And we even had to resort to asking a shopkeeper what we need to purchase. We had absolutely no idea. So we had to expose ourselves to trial and error. And so we tried and we've done it, we've been there. Now, if we were to have a second child, I can assure you, we'll know and we'll have much better idea how to handle. But at the same time, having said that, when Leo was in Jen's belly, Jen told me that she could almost feel what kind of person Leo would be like. So depending on her intuition and her feeling and the data that she collects about the baby inside of belly will probably be like maneuvering around that idea. If the baby is active, if the baby is calm, and if she thinks that the baby is going to be thoughtful, whatever, what kind of food that she craves, what kind of feelings she gets will probably depend a lot on those information to prepare for the baby's arrival. I hope that answers the question. Okay, here's second question. Ms. Leo asked, how do you feel being older parents? Are you saying that I am old? My husband and I are 31 and have been married for 5 years. Congratulations. We both thought we'd have kids when we were 27 or so, and we still don't feel ready. Did you ever feel ready? Okay, there are several parts to this question, so let me address them one by one. The first one. How do you feel being old? I feel great, thank you very much. I love Leo. I just think that the timing is impeccable, Leo's arrival, and the fact that I am now called a daddy. It just feels great. The second question, was I ready? Was Jen ready? I cannot really speak for Jen, but this time I'm taking over her channel. So I'm supposed to be sharing my feelings, okay? To be honest, I never felt that I was ready to become a dad. Even when we were trying for Leo, we did not start trying because we thought, you know, now it's time that we are ready, so now we need to have a kid. None of that. I don't think anybody is actually 100% ready. I think you just need to be a parent and you learn as you go. Each and every soul is so different. Your wife will change, your spouse will change, during the course of pregnancy. Whether you're a husband or you're the wife, you know, everyone goes through change. So I think as you go along, you embrace such change and make sure that you are gradually getting ready to embrace the child. And I think it's by God's grace that we have that, 10 months, from the very conception till the baby's birth. I think it's an absolute grace so that everybody has the equal chance to get ready. I hope that answers that question. Here is the third question. What advice would you give to a new expecting father-to-be? Wow, that's a big question. I have 2 tips. 1, listen to your wife at every step of the pregnancy. And 2, love her, and love her. Why do I say that? Women are the ones who's actually carrying the baby from day 1 till the very moment of the labor, which is even more crazy. I think having gone through the process, the best support that you can give is to show genuine care to your wife. If she wants to eat something, make sure that you are ready to fetch that food. If she wants to go and see something, make sure that you're ready to take her there. If she needs anything, just be there for her. Listen and show your care by listening to her. Secondly, you gotta love her, you gotta love her, and you gotta love her. Why did I say that? Your wife really needs your love because she's going through a hormonal change. There'll be mood swings like that. It's like that. Mood swings, it's like a roller coaster. It's like crazy. And sometimes you may not understand why she is crying. Sometimes you may not understand why she's saying what she's saying. As a man, the only thing that you can resort to at that moment is love. Your love will be tested, your patience will be tested, but you know what? In the end, I tell you and I promise you that it will be a rewarding experience. I hope that answers that question. 4th question. Cheeto92 asked, what are some stuffs, morals, lessons he wants to teach Leo? Very, very good question. As a dad, I would like to teach Leo, firstly, how to love God. Secondly, how to honor God. Thirdly, how to follow God. Fourthly, how to cause others to do the same. I don't know about you guys. I'm not boasting my achievements in life. I can honestly say I've studied enough. I've experienced the worldly success to a degree. I've experienced many successes, many failures. I've gone through many human relationships. One thing I realized, that there is nothing new under the sun, because God is the ultimatum, the unchanging constant, the only truth in life. And I want my son to have his firm foundation upon him. As I'm a Christian, as I'm a believer, I want my son to be founded upon the very attitude of honoring God. I want him to love God unconditionally as he loved him unconditionally. I want him to be able to worship him through all the gifts and talents that God gave to him. And I want him to know his truth and follow him. And I do believe once he is able to base his life upon that firm foundation, whatever he builds upon it will be so firm, immovable. And I do believe that that's, as the daddy who has gone through the life before him, I think that's one legacy and one lesson that I can leave him with. I hope that answers the question. 5th question, we're already hitting the 5th one now. Adriana Me V asked, hi William, did you also have any cravings or did you feel at some point that you had the pregnancy symptoms? Okay, have I had any cravings? Let me think. I actually don't think I had any cravings, but I was just keeping up with Jen. Jen, some of you might know how tiny, small, tiny, little, tiny Jen is. She only eats little bit, very little bit. And I'm used to seeing her eating just a little all her life. For the past 12 years we've been married, I've only seen her eating little bits and pieces. Now, here comes Jen with Leo in the belly. Now she's eating more than me. She's not a meat lover at all. Now she's churning through meat. She doesn't really enjoy cold drinks. Now she is gulping them down. She's always been drinking lukewarm water. But during her pregnancy, this water is hot. Put some ice in it. I need some ice water. I usually drink cold water. I sometimes add ice, but I've never ever given Jen icy water. But she's been just craving for it. Now, she's eating more than me, so I just started keeping up with her. Like I've increased my intake, my stomach size gradually expanded. So last year, November, I was 68 kilograms. And by May this year, I was 72 kilograms. So yeah, I didn't have cravings, specific cravings, but I had to keep up with Jen. Did I suffer from any pregnancy symptoms? No. I'm not the one was pregnant and I did not suffer from any weird and odd symptoms. Thank you very much. I hope that answers that question. Here comes the sixth question now. Dalbits01. Were there moments during Jen's pregnancy where you wanted to be helpful but felt helpless? If so, what did you do? Do you feel your faith has grown or was challenged in any way during this new phase as to-be parents? Oh wow, this I was thinking that it would be one question, but there are multiple questions to this question. So let me just answer them one by one. During her pregnancy, I really wanted to be helpful, but there's one thing that I felt the most helpless about. You know, as Jen's belly grew bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, oh, so big. She was suffering so much every night because she could not face upwards. And she was sleeping sideways. And you know, her tiny body was carrying so much weight and she was suffering from big back pain. I was just massaging her. It wouldn't really do much because she's constantly facing one direction and she had to endure this pain. I'm not sure whether you've seen Jen's belly photo. I think she posted a couple in her Instagram. It looks like a missile. It's like a nuclear bomb. So big. And imagine having that belly facing the other way. And it's just pressing you down constantly. Of course, I fell asleep every night, but I fell asleep feeling so sorry and helpless because Jen would be just going through so much pain. I also felt helpless during her labor. I'm sure most husbands will go through the same. You're not the one who's giving birth. Your wife is. You cannot do much for her because she has to focus on breathing. She has to focus on pushing the baby out. All you can do is to just stay calm, be right next to her, be supportive, be prayerful, and be positive all the way through. That's all you can do. And the rest is just done by your wife. So I felt also very helpless during that process. Okay, about my faith. I think both Jen and I went through this process of maturing ourselves, if that makes sense. We were singles, now we're married. We've been a couple for more than a decade, yet we were very self-focused. We were focused on our career, we were focused on our own entertainment, we were focused on our own well-being. Now, with the baby, we started this new journey where our focus has diverted. It moved away from ourselves to this new life. And accordingly, we felt that we were becoming more and more mature. It doesn't mean that we were immature before, but I think being a parent, I think that the preparation process equips you with a certain degree of maturity. And I think our faith also matured during the process. I cannot really speak for that because only God can actually judge whether our faith has grown or not. But we can definitely feel that now we have more sacrificial love inside of us. We have more patience. Our tolerance level is definitely higher. And I think all of those qualities actually come from our Father God. I don't know whether I'm more faithful or not. The way we appreciate our God matured so much more. I hope that answers that question. Here is seventh, the very last question. Little pat on my back. I've come this far. Yes, I've done well. Last question. Do you feel scared when you are alone with the baby? How did you know? Personally, I don't feel scared being with Leo, but I don't have the weapon of mass feeding. Jen is exclusively feeding Leo, and we don't use formula. Leo is not at an age where he can readily resort to having solids. So whenever I'm with Leo, as a daddy, I can play with him. I can just cuddle, I can play with him, I can carry him around, I can show him things. But what the baby really needs, apart from all those entertainment, is food and sleep. And plus, all the babies need mommy's comfort. And I think that's what I'm missing. I don't think my body is as comfortable. I don't think my... So whenever Leo needs to feed, I start to feel a bit, okay, I need to call Jen right now. Jen is needed here. So to answer that question, I don't really feel scared to be with Leo. I love my one-on-one time with Leo. I come home thinking and imagining that what kind of time, what kind of faces he will make whenever I spend time with him, what kind of feelings that we'll exchange, what kind of memories they will make together as father and son. I really love spending time with Leo, but at times I feel, in a way, helpless. Definitely there's a reason why God created mothers, and I really do appreciate that. I hope that answers that question. So guys, yes, I've done all 7 questions. I've answered them to the best of my ability, I hope. You know, guys, if I blabbed a bit, if I didn't make it as entertaining as Jen does, I'm not a YouTuber here, but I just wanted to just share my experience and answer them. And because you guys show so much support and love towards our Leo and Jen, I feel so appreciative, and this was the least I could do to respond to your questions. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please have lots and lots of grace and love towards Jan as she's going through so much changes in her life, and she is just enjoying being a mom at the moment. So, but at the same time, all of your comments and your opinions and your care and your love, she cherishes them a lot. So if I can ask you guys to be, you know, as you've always been, Jen's friend, sharing comments and care and love, you know, through her channel, and I think it'll mean a lot for Jen. If you like this video, make sure that you go and leave lots of comments for our Leo and Jen, and I'm sure Jen will see you guys in her next video. Bye!